last week, I think it was Sunday, I got up to get a snack. And when I got up to get a snack, a blanket of knowingness hit me. No words, just pure knowingness that some group of people, I don't know who they really are, they're called the Abraxas or Abraxin, something like that. And then all of a sudden, a symbol of what they are came, and it showed a man having a rooster head. And I thought, okay, whatever. I don't know really what it is. But then I remembered that 2 years ago, this lady said that there's a group of darkies, and they're called the Abraxans. So I thought, okay, whatever. But then finally, some intuition came through, or someone came through and said, they're going over all your experiences with a fine-tooth comb. And I said, what experiences? When you share these experiences, they're going over them with a fine-tooth comb. And I don't use the phrase fine-tooth comb, so I wondered who's telling me this. So I sort of was a little stunned, but I wasn't afraid or anything. I didn't do the NuUU. I didn't try to shine like 1,000 suns. I was just curious of what, who, why they were doing this. And it took me almost the whole afternoon to finally come up with my sort of solution. And I said, okay, if they're going to agree to read my experiences and go over them like a fine-tooth comb, then they're going to have to agree with the isness and with the golden guides to surround them while they're reading my experiences. Because my experiences come from the isness, along with the golden guides guiding me. So I put that intent that if they're going to read my experiences, they're going to get either how do you say? They're going to get an awareness of the isness, an awareness of the golden guides. And when I said that, or when I put that intent, all of a sudden I saw what looked like either the mental plane or the atmospheric plane, but it was beautiful, beautiful world that looked like clouds, but they weren't clouds, but it looked something like clouds, and each cloud had a soft color to it. And they were there, which looked like a table, but I couldn't see the table. And they were sitting down, but I couldn't see the seats either. And they were wearing what looked like 4 or 5 robes, one on top of the other, but I couldn't see who they were, and they were all black and dark, and I could see something that looked like folders, and they were going over my individual experiences. And there was this other being that was like watching over them to make sure that they were reading what they were reading or going over my individual experiences. But this being was like 2 times bigger than them, and it also was wearing like 4 or 5 robes. Well, I could see that the isnness was starting to glow on the table and surrounding them, as well as the golden guides aura was also surrounding them. And they didn't seem to mind the ones that were in the table, but the other one standing up and being 2 times bigger than them, it felt uncomfortable. It did not like that isness. It did not like the golden guides. So what it did was, below its feet, because it looked like they were floating in midair, but below its feet, he made something that looked like a 3-foot wide tap line, and it looked like the trunk of a tree, and he sent it down to some downward direction, and my awareness said he's going to send it, or it's going to send it down to the lowest point of the astral plane to summon as much dark energy in order not to be overwhelmed by the isness or the golden guides. And I said, no, you agreed to read and get into my universe and read my experiences. So by you agreeing to that, you're agreeing for the isness and the golden guides. But they try to sort of, well, it tried to sort of like be slippery about it and not really want the isness or the golden guides. So when he was sending this tree trunk looking tap line to the lower astral, something or someone cut it off, like cutting off a tree trunk. And then the experience ended there, but I almost thought I saw it do something like a somersault, but I'm not sure about that because the experience ended there. But all through the evening, I kept saying, no, my intent is you're going to get the isness because you agreed to read my experiences because my experiences came from the isness. And you're going to agree to the golden guides if you're going to be reading my experiences. And I had to really reaffirm that over and over. Anyways, that's my experience. Thank you.